Alright, what's up guys? Today we're going to be talking about one of your guys' most asked questions besides like why are we breaking it on dynos. How much did this build process cost us? So I'm going to just throw a disclaimer out there right now that one, the shop I get my work at, AA Motorworks by Adam, may be more expensive, cheaper. The price for labor and all that is going to vary. Price for parts also may vary depending where you buy it from. You try to go third party, a legit site, eBay, stuff like that. So this is going to be a ballpark range. I'm going to name you the prices when I tell you the part. So the very first thing that we got, let's start with the block. It's a LIC or a LIC built EJ25. So Adam was very kindly enough to sponsor me the block. He had it in his shop. He was going to use it on another car, but they never fell through, so he happily sponsored me with that build. So block wasn't even cost. He took my old one, kind of called it even. Moving on to the Darton Sleeves. We shipped it out down south. They put in the sleeves. That was about $17.95. The Manley Pistons, they're about $550. The Manley Turbo Tuff rods, $962. King bearings, $200. Engine gasket set was $300. ARP 625 head studs, $225. GSC valves, $150. GSC Stage 1 cams with the springs and retainers was $1,125. Air Pump Blocker was supplied by Adam nicely again. And machine shop labor, that's also going to vary for you guys, but I paid roughly around $2,000. So that little motor build itself cost us around plus or minus $7,305. So once again, that's going to vary for you guys. So if you just want a basic motor setup, just kind of a rebuilt motor, if you lifted a head, spun a bearing, stuff like that, you're looking around, sheesh. I mean, any shop can go from like $4,000 to $10,000 for a motor build. So it all depends on what you want to do, specifically how much you're going to do it for. If you're going to do it right, skip some steps, stuff like that. Personally, I didn't want to skip any steps. So, and also I got very lucky with prices. Most of the parts that we bought were from RallySport Direct, if not from the manufacturer themselves. So we're going to go on to the tune. $150 plus $500 starting tune, so that's $650 right there. FPGreen Turbo was $850. Cobb Flex Fuel Kit was $600. I already had this prior, but Cobb Accessport $450. AEM 320 fuel pump $122. Map sensor plus AEM kit $190. Killer Bee oil pickup $175. TGV deletes $320. Ron Davis radiator plus oil cooler combo $1,400. That was a massive purchase. That was insane, but it's gonna work amazingly. Gretty oil sandwich adapter was $80. So around that, you're looking about $7,000-ish just for some engine components. I left some other things out of there, like the pitch stop, IAG air oil separator, injectors, just some things I already had that weren't included in this build. But you're looking around $7,000 extra. Then we move on to the exhaust. We have the Tomei Extreme TI, which is $1,000. Tomei catless downpipe was like $322. Up pipe from Fat House Fab was like Fat House Fab equal length 321 billet headers was $1,200. So I mean, you're already looking for this whole build that I did 15 to 18 grand easily. Sold a lot of other parts off the car, like my turbo, sold that. It's not cheap, and looking at the price tag, I could have easily bought a second car like my dream car, an 04 STI, but I knew I was going to get a built motor for this car sometime, so I was like, whatever, I've been saving. I didn't hurt my bank account. Of course, I went over build budget, but it wasn't drastic enough to be like, oh my god, what's going on? I made a stupid mistake. Yeah, so hopefully that covers all your guys' questions about how much this build costs. I kind of gave you a rough estimate at the very end of this video, and also, actually, down in the description, I will put all the parts from my engine, this motor build process, and I'll put the prices, everything down there if you guys want to add it all up. but I will be doing in the future a full walk around of this car. Every little piece, every little thing I've done to this car I'll mention. And if you guys haven't check out my wheel well, because I have all the parts on there as well as like the prices, so if you guys want to see that. But the motor build is awesome. There's nothing I regret doing. Maybe that I wish I knew I needed a bigger pump, stuff like that, just so we could hit that 500, but I'm really happy with where it sits now, and stay here for a little bit, feel how it is out on the track, and maybe next summer crank it up and go from there. But I love my baby, and not cheap process, but it's what we do, it's what I like to do. And if you guys have any more questions, please ask them down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy. I realized after filming that I left out a lot of extra stuff, like the Cobb inlet hose, the Grimmspeed top mount intercooler hose to turbo, the Samco radiator hoses. There's a lot of extra stuff I forgot to mention in that initial video, but like I said, all the prices are down below in the description. I gave you guys a ballpark range. If you guys want to, or if you guys don't remember, you're looking about $4 to $8 grand just for motor rebuild, just whatever you want to do, and then from the rest on, you're looking at, from my whole motor build, was about 16 or 14 to 18 grand. So it's not cheap, but totally worth it in my opinion. I love this car. Yeah. Whoops. Had fun with a little Ford Focus RS. Not sure if it was stock or not, but still it was fun. And this car looks mighty fine. Alright guys.